I am Shivani Saxena and welcome to my channel S for Shivani, a one-stop destination for all your MBA needs. I am preparing a set of videos which will help you guide in your placement preparation better, and in this particular video, I am going to help you approach a negative question which can make you really awkward in the interview, and that question is about the gap in your career. Gaps can denote your lack of commitment or lack of sincerity towards the job, and that is why it is very important to justify even a small doubt which the panelists can have regarding your sincerity, your commitment, your ability to give your best to the role.
Before that, if you want me to make more of such videos, then like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the bell icon to never miss an update from me.
Now, there could be many reasons for a gap in the career. It could be because you left your old job to start your own startup, or you were laid off, especially in the times of COVID, a lot of layoffs are happening. So it is perfectly fine to admit that you have been laid off. Some people also leave their jobs because they have to raise a family, they have to get married, and then they have to shift to another town altogether and find a new job there. Some people have to leave job because of their health reasons, and some have to do that for higher studies or UPSC preparation and all that. I have met a lot of people who have like 2-3 years gaps in their career because they were preparing for some government exam and then they decided to go for an MBA. So if they are able to make it to the B school, that means that they have been able to explain the gap of 2-3 years very well to the panelist. Also, I am going to tell you one strange thing which I heard about a candidate. So a candidate had to repeat one entire year of graduation because he was addicted to drugs. So just imagine the honesty of this guy. He is straight away saying that he was addicted to drugs and that is why he was not attending classes and he failed in his exams. So it's all about how honest you can be, how convincing you can be, and how well you are able to self-market yourself. Now, first thing to keep in mind, you should not in any way, in the slightest way possible, you should not manipulate the dates in the resume. The recruiter has a lot of ways in which they can verify your job history, your work experience. So if you are caught lying, that is the worst thing that can happen to you. And it can also be a blot on your character, on your work ethics for the rest of your life. So do not at all engage in any sort of deception or lying in your resume. Second thing, there is no need to be ashamed of it. There are a lot of tough times and each person has a different way of handling things. So you need to first understand yourself that this gap was something which was unavoidable for you and you need not be ashamed of it. Just at that time, back in those days, you felt that leaving the job was the right thing for you, or taking some time off your job because you had to self-explore yourself. Yes, you heard it right. A lot of people are nowadays quitting their jobs because they want to travel the entire world. Then they come back after 1 year, they do some self-introspection, and then they find out what is the right passion for them, what is the right drive for them, and then they apply for such suitable roles. A simple reason as you needed some time to do your career planning is also acceptable. So do not be ashamed of the reason why you left your job. Third thing, now this question is a golden opportunity for you to tell the panelists what were the plethora of things, what were the plethora of initiatives that you took which made you the person you are now. And had that gap not been there, you wouldn't have been the same person you are now. So here you can talk about the webinars you attended, some certification course, some diploma course you did, some internships you went through. It could also be a live project with a particular company, or even if you did not do any of these things, even if you volunteered for some NGO or learned guitar, cooking, started your own Instagram, started your own YouTube channel, everything is acceptable as long as you're able to tell the person what were your learnings from this activity. Now let's take one more scenario. If you are someone who did nothing of the things that I named just now, you can still answer this question well. So let's say you pursued some hobby, or if you have some hobby, even if you didn't do it during that gap time. Let's say you are a painter. Why don't you openly immediate an Instagram account of yours just for the paintings, a public account, and try to gain some like 500 followers on that account in the time that you have to appear for the interview and you are still applying for the roles. So you can do this. You can also open an Etsy store and tell the panelists in the interview that you learned actually how you can open a website of yours, how you can open a store of yours and create an alternative source of income for yourself. If you are someone who likes to cook, why don't you start a YouTube channel right away, post some 10 recipes of yours and you can show that channel to the panelists in the interview itself. Another thing which you can do and which you should do is open account with Internshala and find out some short period internships there. It could be for some volunteering, it could be some work from home internship of like 1 month or 2 months. It could be a part-time job of, let's say, content writing where you are paid per article, or there are some internships which pay on a weekly basis as well. Appear for the interviews for these internships, get the internship and ask the manager there to send you an appointment letter which you can add in your CV as a proof of something that you did during that time. And you can always say that it is still ongoing and you're actually doing XYZ things. So if you're someone for whom it is not late as of now, why don't you just take up any internship, any live project which requires you to work for a few hours daily or a few hours on the weekends, and you can add that as a project that you undertook during this gap time. Lastly, the framing of the answer is very important because that conveys the tone, that conveys your sensitivity and the urgency of the reason for the gap. So let me give you an example of a personal reason. So let's say if one of the family members fell sick and you left your job for that. So you can say that my mother fell sick. She was suffering from a particular disease. It was a very emotionally tough phase for me, and to shuffle between the responsibilities at home and the responsibilities at office, it was getting really tough for you. And you thought that there was no one to really take care of your mother, so you decided to leave the job till your mother gets fine. But now things have improved and you are ready with full enthusiasm and energy to take up a new role again. In this way, if you see the pattern in which I have said the answer, firstly you talk about what the situation was, secondly you talk about your emotional journey during that time, and lastly you tell the panelist how ready you are at the moment to take up the role, and that particular reason because of which you left your job is no longer existing and it will in no way now hinder your new role. It is very important to convince the panelists that you're not going to repeat the same thing. That is why you cannot say things like, I didn't like my previous role, that is why I left it. Or the job made me travel a lot, so I wanted a desk role and that is why I quit it. Your reason should be something which is unavoidable and which in no way will question your work ethics. Also, even in this question, just like other negative questions I have discussed in other videos, you should be prepared for a lot of follow-up questions, questioning your decision-making abilities, questioning your time management abilities and everything. But remember, you have to keep your calm, you have to tell the panelists how urgent it was and you had no other option but to quit the job. Hope whatever I have said in the video helps you in framing your answer. If you found this video useful, then show some love by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. If there is any other thing I can help you with, or if there is any other question which needs answering, you can mention those in the comment section below and I will help you in polishing your answers. All the best for an interview and I am sure you're going to do really well. So don't take any sort of tension, just be honest, just be bindas and just be yourself.